Hi, and welcome to Holy Cross Lutheran Church. I'm Pastor Bill, and I want to thank you for joining with me today for our Palm Sunday worship service. We're beginning our service today in my office here at the church. It's a place I love to come and just be quiet and pray and read and study. It's a place that actually reminds us a little of what all of us are doing now, and that is that we're more indoors than we are outdoors. We're a little more closed in by the four walls we're all experiencing right now during this COVID-19 experience. And it's a reminder to us that wherever we are and whatever's going on around us, we can be okay because God is with us. And so today I want to talk to you a little about some background for this Palm Sunday worship service we're going to do in just a little while. Palm Sunday is the first of 8 days that totally changed our world. It is the Sunday when Jesus rides into Jerusalem. He's being followed by a great multitude of people. It is a day that begins with him being perceived as a king who would come and deliver the Jewish people from the Roman oppression that they hated. What's interesting about this day, historically, is that at the time that Jesus was coming into Jerusalem, riding on a small donkey with thousands of people following him and shouting praises to him. Hosanna! Hosanna! Blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord. Hosanna! It was a wonderful word of praise for those people who mistakenly thought he was coming to be the king instead of the sacrifice for their sins. He came in from the east through the Mount of Olives, riding on a small donkey. And as he was coming in, people were cutting palms, branches from palm trees, and they were casting those palms before him as he rode. They were doing even more than that. They were taking off their garments, their outer garments, just as I'm taking off my coat here. And they were taking off their clothes, and they were tossing those before him as well too. Now, I don't know if you've ever thrown a palm branch in somebody's way as they passed out of respect, or even your own coat or sweater. I know I haven't. But in those days it was common for an incoming king to be treated this way. Interestingly enough, as Jesus is coming with this huge crowd into Jerusalem, there was another army that was marching into Jerusalem as well. And that was the Roman army, led by Pontius Pilate, who was then the governor of Judea, Samaria, and a place called Idumea. And he was brought in there to try and keep peace in a very unpeaceful place. And these Roman soldiers looked like an army. They had their shields and their swords and their spears. They marched in step with one another. They were very orderly. And knowing that the Passover feast, which only 6 days from today was coming, they realized there could be trouble in Jerusalem. And so as Jesus is coming with his army from the east, Pilate and his soldiers from Rome are coming into the west, and they are going to both converge into the city of Jerusalem, and inevitably they would clash in the climax of what we call Good Friday, when Jesus was crucified on the cross. And so I'm going to invite you now to join with me in our beautiful sanctuary for our worship service. Let us begin.